Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be giving you my Sagittarius August 2019 horoscope forecast part 2 of 2. And yes, this does apply and pertain to the Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. Anyway, people, first thing up is as far as August goes, Venus will be in Virgo from the 21st until the 31st. So the 10th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. Now, at this time, if you're unattached at this time, Sagittarius, you may connect with a Virgo Sun, Moon, or Ascendant person, or simply one that embodies Virgo characteristics. It could be somebody that's prominent in your career. It could be somebody that helps you attain maybe your greater stature in life, social status. Perhaps it's a person in position of authority, an older person perhaps. Now, this could also be a time too, or this could be about very frugal, even parsimonious spending, so to speak, on matters related to your public image, getting more notoriety, recognition, such as promoting a Facebook page, or it could be something where you can also at this time, another way this could manifest, this could be about valuing punctuality, dependability, reliability, in matters with authority figures, with people prominent in your career. Perhaps it could also be about it could be also about making money through something Virgo related that is connected with one's career. It could be doing something where you're extrapolating data, or it could be something that involves analysis, such as statistical analysis, something service related, something detail oriented, such as data entry or computer programming, cleaning, being some kind of professional organizer. But anyway, next thing up. Well, Mars will be in Leo as far as August goes, from the 1st until the 18th. So the 9th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. Now, at this time, one way this may manifest, this could be about having some really boisterous, loud, vociferous arguments, perhaps with in-laws, with grandchildren, and really about expending maybe this near inexorable Leo-type energy on 9th house related matters such as publishing, higher education, traveling abroad, matters connected with a religious congregation, perhaps activities with in-laws and grandchildren. Now keep in mind too that when you're talking about Mars and Leo, dehydration levels may be a little bit higher. This could be, there could be greater propensity for this because Mars, of course, fiery planet, and Leo is very, it's a fire sign, and just be careful that you're not overexerting yourself at this time, Sagittarius. If you're doing activities in foreign countries, something with in-laws, with grandchildren, some activity perhaps with your religious congregation or college, or people you may know at a college, university, this could be just a time where you really need to be careful. 9th house could also be, I see it as connected with sports. It's the house of Sagittarius. So just be careful as far as overexertion. Make sure you're hydrating, replenishing what's lost. Now, if you are unattached, Sagittarius, you may connect with a Leo Sun, Moon, or Ascendant person, or one that embodies Leo traits. It could be for a sexual liaison. It could be in a foreign country, maybe with a foreigner. It could be somebody that you may meet at some college, university. It could be traveling abroad. Somebody that you may know through some publishing venue, perhaps. Anyone that could be 9th house related. Somebody that you may know that's associated with maybe a law field, such as a paralegal or an attorney or a bailiff. So anyway, next thing up, Mars will be in Virgo as far as August goes, from the 18th until the 31st. So the 10th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. So at this time, this could be about in some cases where the situation with older people, business people, authority figures, the more dominant parent, which is often the father, may be more contentious and acrimonious than usual. There could be arguments that are very critical, that are connected with a lot of derogatory remarks, a lot of complaining. It could even be arguing about hygiene in some cases and one's health. Now, Could also be another way this may manifest is that if you are unattached at this time, Sagittarius, you may connect with a Virgo, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant person, or one that embodies Virgo characteristics. And it could be for a sexual liaison, it could be somebody that may help you in terms of your career. It might be someone prominent in your career. Could be an older person, somebody that might be in some kind of like a business person, businessman, or businesswoman, so to speak. Could be an authority figure. Now, it could also manifest in putting a lot of energy and vitality into a Virgo type career. It could be doing something that's health related, such as nutrition or some kind of fitness instructor. It could be something detail oriented, such as data entry, computer programming, even detailing vehicles, and something that could be of perhaps service to others as well. So, anyway. Next thing up, Jupiter will still be in Sagittarius, so the first house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. So at this time, well, as I've talked about previously, Jupiter, though strongly benign and benevolent, could also be very paradoxical. It could have a tendency to enlarge and expand. Now, in some cases, it could enlarge and expand the waistline, so to speak. It could make this could be a greater propensity to put on weight at this time, especially it could be from maybe like sports for eating when eating watching sports on TV, and really these are this is the kind of thing. I mean, Sagittarius energy could be very reckless, so just be careful about overindulgence at this time. And also it can enlarge positive and negative traits that you could show very outwardly. It can enlarge recklessness, foolhardiness, over optimism, over exuberance and enthusiasm, but it could also enlarge jocularity, joviality, expansive energy, optimistic energy. So it has some good points as well. Now, another way that this may manifest, this could be about putting a lot of exuberance and enthusiasm into perhaps Sagittarius new beginnings, such as doing something with sports, the law, horses, working on with stables. It could be something with publishing, advertising, translation, anything Sagittarius related. So could also be at times too, this could also expand and enlarge issues with the physical body, especially if this is actually hitting the ascendant in one's chart, or even one's sun, because the sun can still be connected with physical problems to some degree, though I do believe the ascendant is more is really the, as far as health related matters go, it's the ascendant really is more prominent as far as that goes. I mean, that figures more prominently, I believe, in your health and your vitality, and it could be something where it could expand and enlarge against Sagittarius health related issues, such as something with the thigh, the liver perhaps, or the sciatic nerve. So anyway, next thing up, Saturn will be in Capricorn still, so the second house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. So at this time, you may experience, could be about experiencing some restrictions and limitations monetarily. It could be about what you want to buy. This could be also, too, at this time where you might find yourself taking care of a debilitated or sickly person that may be someone that figures prominently in your finances, your income, your possessions, your resources. It could be something Capricorn related, such as something with the knees, the bones, the joints, the hamstrings, and it could be something too where it may be making you feel somewhat despondent and melancholy. It could also be where older people might figure more prominently in your values, your self-worth, your self-esteem at this time, more so than usual. And it could also be about at this time too. I mean, Capricorn, I mean, Saturn, Capricorn energy could be very sad, depressive energy, and it could be in some cases this could impact how you feel about yourself, but at the same time, it could also be about gaining structure and discipline in monetary matters at this time, and as far as matters that are connected with your resources. So I mean, Saturn is not all bad. It can have some good aspects to it. Could also be manifest in doing something Saturn related as far as generating income goes. Hold on a moment, people. Sorry about that, I'm back. And it could be about working laboriously, perhaps it's something Capricorn related in making, generating income. It could be something like with dentistry or even information technology, um, accounting, something with business, politics, the government, anything that could be timekeeping, anything that could be Capricorn related. So anyway, next thing up, Uranus will still be in Taurus, so the sixth house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. So at this time, well, Sagittarius, you might be dealing with some unusual, stubborn, obstinate behavior, perhaps from an aunt, an uncle, someone, people prominent in your daily routine, people that might be prominent in your place of employment. Could also be about manifest in really perhaps your employment situation may be erratic and sporadic. And also, too, in some cases, this could be about getting some kind of perhaps Uranus illness at this time, or some debilitation, health related matters, such as something with the ankles or the shins at this time, or anything, or even at this time as well, something that could be nerve related. I have, many of you may know, I have Uranus almost exactly conjunct my sixth house cusp in my natal chart, and I have very extensive, really irrevocable nerve damage. It could be also, too, it could also manifest in some cases some kind of unusual throat or neck illness at this time, Sagittarius. And also, too, on a positive note, you may find yourself doing something work-related, something that could be Uranus-related as far as employment goes. It could be something connected with innovation, invention, something with computers, electronics, aerospace, astronomy, astrology, and it could also be about trying to get more freedom and independence in your work life and your daily routine as well. But your employment situation may be a little bit more sporadic and erratic, more so than usual. You might be seeing an aunt or an uncle, people prominent in your health life, your daily routine, your employment, might be experiencing some ingenious or genius qualities at this time as well. So anyway, next thing up, Neptune will be in Pisces still, so the fourth house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. Now, this could be, in some cases, you may find yourself dealing with home-related situations that might be a little bit confusing or confounding. Perhaps home family members, people you're close to home with. The less dominant parent, which is often the mother, might be a little bit more nebulous and unclear than usual. You might also, at this time, maybe who you are at the core may be somewhat nebulous and unclear to you, or it could also be about expressing Neptune-type qualities that you may have at the core, such as being imaginative, compassionate, self-sacrificing, showing idealism, anything that could, and maybe even spiritual qualities, anything that could be Neptune related, and could also be about perhaps Neptune type foundations as well, such as, again, such as like maybe something connected with self-sacrificing, imagination, idealism. It could be really, and also a compassion, perhaps. Anything that could be a Neptune related. So anyway, could also, in some cases where you might decide to get a home that might be near the sea, also is another way that this may manifest. And it could also be, as I've stated before, Neptune energy could be more lethargic and more lackadaisical. It could be something where you might feel more like daydreaming and fantasizing regarding fourth house matters than actually doing something about them, such as planning for that latter part of your life if you're not already in it. And especially this would be true if this is if transit Neptune is making an adverse aspect to your natal Sun, Mars, or your Ascendant. Last but not least, Pluto will still be in Capricorn, so the second house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. Well, at this time, I know a lot of you don't want me to say the dreaded D word, but you know I'm going to anyway. Some cases, this could manifest in an actual or literal death of somebody at the place that you generate income with. Someone prominent, your resources, your possessions, maybe how you feel about yourself, your self-worth, your self-esteem. And also, too, in some cases, too, this could be about doing something Pluto-related as far as generating income, such as doing something with insurance, astrology, the supernatural, the occult, recycling, some kind of investigation, working in a death profession such as making money as a mortician, a funeral director, a coroner. So at the same time too, this could also be about perhaps the obliteration or destruction of your monetary situation. But remember that Pluto is about rebirth and regeneration. So it could also be revived at this time as well. But it could also be a time where you might expect some kind of infallibility, perhaps from people that figure strongly in terms of as far as the place you generate money at, and maybe even people that have played some kind of role in how you feel about yourself and your possessions as well. So anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment for my Sagittarius August 2019 horoscope forecast part 2 of 2. Stay tuned next time where I'll be giving you my Capricorn August 2019 horoscope forecast part 1 of 2. Two things I want to get with you on before I head out. Firstly, the stars may impel but do not compel. And secondly, never isolate any single astrological element, aspect, planetary placement, position, configuration, influence, or what have you, and make an analysis of a person, astrologically speaking, based on this alone, because astrologically speaking, the person is the sum of all their components in their natal chart, and not just one. Until next time, people, stay well.